Hello, and welcome to Lesson 23, Articles A and The. Articles are determiners. Determiners are modifying words that determine a kind of reference a noun has. Determiners introduce a noun and provide a direct meaning. They are different from adjectives in that they don't tell us anything specific about the noun being modified. Adjectives tell us many things about nouns. Here are a few examples of adjectives and what they tell us about nouns. Color, the red car. Size, the big man. Emotions, he is a sad man. Number, 7 people left the room. The article A gives us the following information about a noun. A is placed before a noun to show it is singular. For example, a car, a woman, a dog, a park. A is placed before a noun to show that it isn't specific or special. For example, a car was going fast. What car? What kind of car? We don't know, just a car. There is nothing special or nothing specific said about the car. A is placed before a noun which starts with a consonant sound. B, C, D, F, G, H, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z are the consonants. A can be placed before an adjective modifying a noun. The adjective must start with a consonant sound to place A before it, even if the noun starts with a vowel sound. For example, in the sentence, a main entrance was locked. M is a consonant. Main is an adjective. E, a vowel. Entrance, a noun. So even though the noun starts with a vowel, E, the article A is used because the adjective modifying the noun starts with a consonant. A vowel can sound like a consonant. When a vowel sounds like a consonant, and it is the first letter of a noun or the first letter of the adjective modifying the noun, we use A before the vowel. Here is an example. It was a usual day for me. A is the article used before the vowel U in some words. Usual is an adjective modifying the noun. Day is in this sentence. A is the article used before the vowel U in some words. Usual is an adjective modifying the noun day in this sentence. A is the article used before usual because the vowel U sounds like U and Y is a consonant. Here is another example. A 1 book a month offer. 1 sounds like W-O-N, one, and W is a consonant, so the article A is used. An is placed before a noun to show it is singular. The examples: an eagle, an army, an ant. And is also placed before a noun to show that it isn't specific or special. For example, an army was moving fast. What army? Where were they going? Why were they going? We don't know because it isn't a specific army and it isn't special. And is placed before a noun which starts with a vowel sound of A, E, I, O, or U. And is placed before an adjective which starts with a vowel sound, even if the noun starts with a consonant sound. For example, in the sentence, an easy day, an is used before the E in the adjective easy. The article an is telling us that it isn't a special day and there's only one day. A vowel can sound like a consonant. For example, the vowel U in some words sounds like EU, and Y is a consonant. Some examples are adjectives, unique, useless, utility, and the nouns university, unicorn, and utensil. When a vowel at the beginning of a noun or at the beginning of an adjective modifying the noun sounds like a consonant, use the article A. Here is an example of a vowel which sounds like a consonant and the article A is used. That is a unique elephant. The U at the beginning of other adjectives like ugly, ultimate, and unknown, and the nouns umbrella, uncle, umpire sound like they start with A or A. Example, ugly sounds like ugly. So these words are preceded by the article an. Here are some couple of examples. He is an uncle to a useless umpire. A university's goal is to provide an understanding of the subjects. If you want, you can pause the video and study these sentences. The. The is pronounced the when it is used before a vowel, and it is pronounced the when it is used before a consonant. The is used with both singular and plural nouns. Here are some examples. She was the first woman to climb the mountain. Woman is singular, but special because she was first. Unnamed mountains are preceded by the. If it had a name, there wouldn't be an article. For example, I climbed Mount Everest. The eagles flew. There are more than one eagle, so we place the before it. The goes before plural nouns which may not be specific or special, and also plural nouns which are special or specific. Here are some examples. The guys were happy. What guys? Why are they happy? We don't know. There is nothing specific or special said about the guys. But there is more than one guy, so the is used, not a. The angry people rioted in the streets. This is special and specific because we know it isn't all of the people, just the angry people who rioted. And to riot is a special circumstance. The is placed before singular nouns when the nouns are specific or special. Here are some examples. The man with a gun scared everyone. The man is special because he has a gun and scared everyone. The gun isn't specific or special. We don't know anything about the gun. A man with a gun came into the store. We don't know who he is, why he has a gun, why he is in the store, or why he came into the store. We don't know anything about the gun either. Nothing about the man or his gun is special or specific. Now, if I say or write, a man with a gun came into the store, then the man bought an ice cream cone, it would become specific. We would say the man because we know who the man is. He is the man with the gun who came into the store. Another example is, an elephant's skin is gray. The elephant is not special or specific, and there is only one. It is just an elephant, any elephant. All elephants are gray. Now, if I continue talking about the elephant and say, an elephant's skin is gray because the elephant has thick skin and a thick layer of melanin under the skin, so the blood vessels can't be close enough to the skin to give it a color. In this example, an elephant becomes the elephant because the noun elephant was introduced when we talked about its color. We know now we are talking about the same elephant. That makes it specific. A quick explanation is we say a chair. The next time we say the chair, because we know we are talking about the same chair, which we mentioned above. That makes it specific to the listener or reader. So as you can see, the is used before both consonants and vowels. Here are some words starting with a consonant, but sound like vowels. Words which have a silent H: honor, honest, hour, ear, herb. The M in MP3 sounds like EM, M. Note, M is usually sounds like as in music, many, or muscle. The letter N sounds like EN, N, as in the initials NCO, the initials for non-commissioned officer. Here are some words starting with a vowel but sound like a consonant: utopia, Europe, unit, utility, usual, united, Uranus, union, eulogy, and many others. Now we are going to practice using articles. Fill in the blank with the correct article, a, an, or the. Here is an example. I have blank ball. What is the answer? Let's take a look. I have a ball. You can pause the video and write your answers on a piece of paper, then start the video to check the answers. Are you ready? Let's practice by pausing the video and writing your answers. Then start the video to check your answers. Here are the answers. How did you do? That's all for this lesson. I hope to see you on lesson 24. Thank you for participating.